Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. So we are in kind of a weird point in the Valorant competitive scene right now where obviously we have champions coming up in just a couple of weeks and there's a ton of teams preparing for that, and that's where all the best teams in the world are going to be. It's going to be this big, awesome, exciting conclusion to the 2021 season, but for all the teams that aren't at champions, it's the off season for them. They're kind of starting to prepare for that 2022 season already and getting a jump on and stuff. So there's some roster moves being rumored, some changes happening behind the scenes. But one of the biggest moves going on right now is the fact that we've known for the last couple of weeks that Sentinels, even though they're one of these teams that are at champions, they've still been looking to make some moves, has been looking for a coach. And today it seems like they have found their man. So earlier we had seen some articles where this comes from Upcomer. This is from George Geddes, obviously one of like the bigger reporters in the Valorant scene right now, even though the scene's still very, very young, very new. We'll see who kind of, shows up as being the best ones eventually. But he did say, sources, Faze, Corey, Rawkus, and Zachary are open to other opportunities. Obviously, Faze has had a very, very up and down, very, very crazy season. Overall, pretty disappointing. So, not too surprising that maybe potentially Faze is looking to make some changes. Some of the players, coaching staff, everyone involved is looking to make some changes. In this article, they talk a little bit about how Corey is one of the most in-demand players following the conclusion of the tournament, while Rawkus and Zachary will likely receive offers from other teams as well. But we didn't know exactly what was going to be happening. Faze Clan's blowing up. They're this big popular team that was disappointing. But we don't really know where all these guys are going to end up. And are they going to end up and do better at other teams and other places? Or are they going to maybe let down? It'll be interesting to see if they do better without each other. And obviously who Faze is able to replace them with. But the interesting part is they wrote this article earlier today. We weren't sure what was going on. But then just a little bit later, we got this update from Esports that Rawkus is departing Faze Clan for the Sentinels coaching job. So this is obviously very, very interesting. Ahead of their VCT Champions run, Sentinels have added a new Valorant head coach with the acquisition of Rawkus. Before the acquisition, Sentinels had been competing in Valorant without an official head coach, which is obviously very, very interesting. And they've been able to have a lot of success this year. Having a coach, at some points, it didn't seem like it was stopping them. It seemed like it wasn't going to be a big issue. But I also think that as the scene continues to develop, as teams, continue to get better, as there's more money in the scene, as there's more analysis and more kind of VODs to review from players and teams and stuff, and the strategy gets deeper and deeper and deeper, I think there's a ton of value in having a coach. And obviously what Sentinels has been doing a lot of this year has been working very, very well, but the last major didn't necessarily go as they would have liked. So I don't hate them adding a coach. I think that is a very, very intelligent decision. I think, them being a little bit different or whatever was interesting. It was cool, but I do think coaches have a ton of value in all esports, but especially as strategically involved one as Valorant. Yes, it's very, very important to have a great in-game leader, but that coach just being there to bounce ideas off of, to plan, to set stuff up. You need to have a million different strats, team comps, all this stuff. And having a coach, but also just having a leader of the team that's there to, help people practice, improve, set everything up, I think is way, way better than having like team coaches or player coaches or whatever. So I am very, very excited, not only in the short term, because, how much can a head coach really change, in just a couple of weeks or a couple of months or whatever is going to happen between once Rawkus started kind of working with the team and champions. But for long term, 2022 and onwards, I think this will be a huge, huge move for Sentinels. And obviously, if you're Rawkus, ending up at Sentinels with this amazing talent and the amazing team and players and everything that they have, is a great spot to be. It's got to be one of the most highly coveted coaching positions in all of Valorant. It's going to be an awesome opportunity for him to really show how great of a coach he can be. There is maybe some risk, because if you are the Valorant, or if you're the Sentinels head coach and things don't go well, that's going to be a black eye on your resume, because not being able to get results with a team like this, that's going to, make it harder for you to land some other jobs with some maybe teams that aren't as talented. But it is also maybe like a really, really easy way to get a ton of talented players. You guys go have some results, and then that really looks extra great for you going forward. So that will be very, very cool to see how this goes. Sentinels did tweet out welcome Rawkus earlier today. And yeah, this is, they're really, really excited about this. The story's just a couple of hours old, so this is, kind of new and up to date. Obviously, Faze put out their thank you Rawkus post as well. And yeah, they're ready to get, to the next stage of his career and see how all this goes. Obviously, it'll be very, very interesting to see who Faze is able to replace him with. Again, how many of these Faze players are going to leave now? Who are they going to replace them with? 2022 Faze is going to be a whole different look. And obviously after their, kind of disappointing finish to the season and everything, going out how they did in the last chance qualifiers, that's probably for the best, but things could always get worse, so you never really know. It's going to be very, very exciting to see, but definitely big, big news coming out of the Valorant scene. Sentinels now have their man, their new head coach. Will he be able to coach them to a championship? Or is Sentinels going to let down again? Will they be able to take down some of these teams, that they weren't able to previously? It's going to be very, very interesting to see. Very, very fun to watch. I can't wait. I'm hyped up and I'm excited for not only champions, but also the Valorant offseason, which is going to be very, very spicy and very, very exciting. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so, so much. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about this move? Rawkus to Sentinels. Do you like it, hate it? Would you have rather seen somebody else? And who do you think Faze should get to replace him? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Hope I catch you guys in the next one. But until then.